What's going on, guys? It's Jimmy here. Welcome to our daily show where we discuss the fourth stimulus package update, daily news, everything going on here in our country and in Washington, D.C. If you haven't subscribed yet, make sure to subscribe down below so you don't miss out on new videos. I will keep you up to date with everything going on here in our country, as well as money, investing, the stock market. And remember that new videos come out here every day at 10 a.m., 3 p.m. and 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you find these videos helpful, don't forget to hit the like button for us down below. And happy early Thanksgiving from our family to yours. We'll be having some special guest appearances in the next few videos for Thanksgiving here from our family to yours here. Let me know what you're doing for Thanksgiving. We're going to be having a couple different Thanksgiving things. We're going to my parents, or I'm sorry, Laurel's parents, my wife Laurel's parents' house for Thanksgiving, and then my parents are coming, and my parents and my brother are coming over my house on Friday. So we're doing kind of like two different type of Thanksgiving Day things here for Thanksgiving. Let me know what you're doing for Thanksgiving down below in the comments section. Also, I have new state stimulus checks and city stimulus checks that I will be discussing in this video. So definitely make sure to watch all the way to the end. Several different new things for you guys in this video. Senator Joe Manchin is calling on President Biden to restore the Keystone XL pipeline to lower gas costs for the United States and for Americans. So yeah, Senator Joe Manchin just today is calling on President Joe Biden to restore the Keystone XL pipeline. One of the first things that President Joe Biden did was to stop that when he came into office. Very interesting. Centrist Democratic Senator Joe Manchin is calling on President Biden to restore the Keystone XL pipeline as gas prices across the U.S. continue to soar. Joe Manchin says in a Tuesday statement, quote, "I continue to call on President Biden to responsibly increase energy production here at home and to reverse course to allow the Keystone XL pipeline to be built, which would have provided our country with up to 900,000 barrels of oil per day from Canada, one of our closest allies," Manchin said in a Tuesday statement. Quote, "To be clear, this is about American energy independence and the fact that hardworking Americans should not depend on foreign actors like OPEC for our energy security and instead focus on the real challenges facing our country's future," he added, referring to the group of major oil-producing countries. Manchin's call for action came shortly after the Biden administration announced a plan yesterday to release 50 million barrels of oil from the nation's strategic petroleum reserve in order to curb rising gas prices. In February, Joe Manchin reportedly sided with Republicans who urged Biden to rethink canceling a permit for the pipeline, arguing that the pipeline across the country's, quote, "continue to be the safest mode to transport our oil and natural gas resources, and they support thousands of high-paying American union jobs." Joe Manchin also addressed the issue of inflation in the country last week, mentioning that his belief that Democrats' Build Back Better Act, the next stimulus package, which was recently passed in the House and is going to be taken up in the Senate, would not help lower prices. Quote, "The cost they see every day, and every day they go to fill up, is $1.25 more a gallon," he said of rising gas prices. $3.29, $3.39 a gallon. Manchin says a gallon of milk is now $4 in many places. It's taking a toll. And I hear it when I go to the grocery store or when I go to the gas station. Are you as mad as I am? Absolutely, Manchin continues. Also, the majority of people in a new poll blame President Biden and Congress for the supply chain problem that is going on right now. A majority of registered voters blame President Biden and Congress right now for the global supply chain and delivery issues affecting Americans, according to a new poll. The survey conducted by Morning Consult and Politico found that 62% of registered voters believe that Biden bears at least some responsibility for the supply chain and delivery problems. Let me know your thoughts on this. 38% said Biden is very responsible, and 24% he is at least somewhat responsible. For comparison, 15% said the president is not too responsible, 12% said he does not bear any responsibility at all, and 10% said they do not have an opinion. When it comes to Congress, 61% said they believe that Congress bears some responsibility for the supply chain and deliverability issues. 26% said Congress is very responsible. 35% said that Congress is somewhat responsible. On the other hand, 17% said that Congress is not too responsible. Only 7% said that Congress is not responsible at all. Yeah. This also comes as inflation is at a 30-year high, and 77% of people say that inflation is affecting them personally. And I can believe that. 77% of people, Americans, say that inflation is affecting their lives personally, according to a new poll. 37% says inflation has impacted them a great deal. And 40% said that it has impacted them at least some, according to a new Yahoo News YouGov survey. When divided by political parties, 50% of Republicans said that inflation impacted them a great deal, compared to 25% of Democrats and 38% of independents. 49% of participants said they blamed the pandemic a great deal, and 31% said they blamed it some for inflation, which the Labor Department data said is at a 30-year high. 39% blamed President Biden a great deal, and 18% blamed him some. When asked directly, people placed the most responsibility. 35% responded Biden, and 30% said the pandemic. The poll also showed that only 43% of adults approved of how Biden was handling his job as president. Regarding stimulus checks, we have several different new proposed ones here. Illinois Republicans have proposed new stimulus checks in the state of Illinois. Check this out.
House Republicans are proposing a new stimulus check, but this time it would be a smaller amount to help curb the cost of living. They announced it today as an attempt to curb impending inflation rates. The potential plan would send $200 to people making fewer than $75,000 a year and $400 to joint filers making less than $150,000 a year.
We hear a lot of stories at this time of year with inflation about how much the cost of a Thanksgiving meal is going to go up or how much Christmas gifts are going to go up. But it's so much more than that. It is groceries every single day and the cost of being able to heat your home.
The plan would cost the state an estimated $1.4 billion. House Republican Tom Demmer said he would want the state to use part of the $8 billion in COVID relief money it received from the American Rescue Plan.
So yeah, as you can see here, Republicans in the state of Illinois House of Representatives announced a plan on Wednesday for a new round of stimulus checks to Illinois residents. The proposal is an attempt to curb impending inflation. As a result, the checks would be an amount lower than the federal checks distributed since the pandemic began. The potential plan would send $200 checks to people making fewer than $75,000 per year and $400 to joint filers making less than $150,000. Quote, "We hear a lot of stories at this time of year with inflation about how much the cost of a Thanksgiving meal is going to go up or how much Christmas gifts are going to go up," said State Representative Avery Bourne, a Republican from Litchfield. So this has not been approved just yet, from what I understand, but Republicans from Illinois do want to do this for the state of Illinois. Or Illinois, sorry, I don't want to say the S there. I always get yelled at when I say that. The plan would cost a $1.4 billion for the state of Illinois to use for part of the $8 billion that the state received in stimulus money from the third stimulus check package. So remember that states are just still sitting on this money and deciding how to do this. So I think we're going to probably see more and more states kind of deciding how to send out this money. So as you can see here, the state of Illinois is deciding to maybe send this out here, two to $400 stimulus checks. So every little bit counts. So we might see this here in the state of Illinois coming from the Republicans, actually, from the state. So bravo on them. Hey, every little bit counts here. So I will keep you up to date here on this. So yeah, hopefully this will be coming through here. Also, in Florida, a Florida city is also considering sending out a $50 check in vouchers. Not a lot, but again, every little bit counts as part of their city stimulus money for one Florida city here. This is as of today, actually, November 24th. You can see here a Florida city is sharing with residents some of the federal COVID stimulus money, sending each household $50 worth of vouchers. In December, 7,000 households in Gulfport, Florida, will each be mailed two vouchers worth $25 each for a total of $50 that can be used at participating local businesses. The vouchers can also be used to pay utility bills. We wanted to help people out the most direct way we could, said Mayor Sam Henderson. It's just such a benefit to businesses and residents in one shot. So yeah, it seems like almost on a weekly basis here, or every few weeks, I'm starting to see more and more states, cities, and counties kind of decide that they want to use this stimulus money for the people or deciding how to use the money. So feel free to email, tweet, and call your state representatives, your county representatives, your local representatives, states, cities, and counties. Like 80% of the money has not been used, maybe even more. They're just sitting on the money. Most of the money, even is kind of just sitting there, and they are waiting for approval. They're waiting to do their new budgets for 2022. So I'll keep you up to date on this as well. Remember, they're working on the next stimulus package on the federal level. There's going to be another stimulus package on the federal level after this, but there's also states, cities, and counties working with stimulus money as well, $350 billion. There's also Social Security raises probably coming after this. There was two new bill proposals to raise Social Security benefits by several $100s per month. There's also student loan forgiveness that's been going on, and there's probably going to be a lot more coming on in the future after they pass this package. And there's all sorts of other stimulus type of programs. There's utility assistance, rental assistance, homeowners assistance. I have links down below in the description of that this video for you guys on that. There's all sorts of other different type of programs that we cover here on this channel. There's not just the big stimulus package, although that's a big one. There's going to be another big stimulus package after this. There's all these different type of programs here that we cover here on this channel. So I'll keep you up to date on all these different ones, including states, cities, and counties as well. Here is Democratic House Majority Leader Steny Hoyer speaking on the next stimulus package, the Build Back Better Act.
Well, first of all, congratulations, Madam Speaker. This is an historic piece of legislation. You were its leader with, as you say, the vision of the President of the United States. This bill will speak for itself to millions and millions and millions and millions of Americans whose lives will be made more secure, more richer in the terms of quality of life, whose educational opportunities will be greater, and whose job opportunities will be greatly enhanced. And America's competitiveness in the world will be heightened for the 21st century. As the President said, this is a transformational piece of legislation. It's a big win for the people, for the average working men and women of America, for those who struggle every day and hope that somebody is on their side. Somebody is listening to their pain and their struggle and their challenge. This bill is an answer. This bill will make a difference in their lives. That's why this bill is so historic. Not for next year, the year after, but for decades to come. It will make America a better land.
Yeah, so Democrats in the House are celebrating the victory of passing the bill in the House, which has been a long haul to get that done. But that victory is short lived because now it goes to the Senate where they're going to redo potentially a lot of that bill. House representatives are saying that not a lot's going to be redone, but people like Joe Manchin are saying that that's not the case, that a lot of the bill could be redone. So we're going to see here going forward what is actually going to happen. Also, the Senate parliamentarians, like another person in the mix, she is not an elected official. She's not a Republican or a Democrat. She's not elected, but she kind of goes through the rules and determines what can or should not be in there as part of this reconciliation process. They can overrule her just simply by outvoting her with 50 votes from the Democrats and then 50 first vote by the vice president. So anything that she rules shouldn't be in there, they can outrule her or outvote her, I should say, which may or may not happen. We will have to see. But I will keep you up to date with everything here going forward. So let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. Happy early Thanksgiving and happy early holidays. We'll be having some special guest appearances from my family to yours here in the next few videos. So let me know your thoughts. Make sure to subscribe down below if you haven't yet so you don't miss out on new videos. It's completely free to do so. Literally just click subscribe. New videos come out here every day at 10 a.m., 3 p.m., and 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can click here to watch my newest video next. And this video is how to get utility assistance. There's utility assistance available in most states. You can get anywhere from $500 to like $1,500 available as well. So click on one of those videos next. Thanks, guys. I will see you in the next video.